float and hit the downstream. At the first, there are mountains on both sides, so the flood is not dispersed and the power is enormous.
Some of you may have known me for about 4 years when I did quite a lot of coverage related to the Three Gorges Dam because it was at a danger point in 2020 because the Yangtze River was sort of like overflowing because of the heavy rain. And this dam, right in the center of China, holds 660 kilometers of 150 meters of water average depth. And if it did collapse or bombed or whatever, it would wipe out about 400 million people, and it would wipe out the PLA, which is the People's Liberation Army. Would the CCP fail or collapse with it? And the answer is no to this one. Imagine the same thing in America. Let's say the Mississippi, and that flooded, and it flooded from wherever it starts to wherever it ends, maybe in the Gulf of Mexico, example. Yeah. Joe Biden wouldn't step down over it. The Democratic Party wouldn't step down over it. So why should the CCP step down over it? It will be the biggest catastrophe in the world if it did, and the CCP would lose a lot of face over it, but I think it would still strive. So basically what would happen, let's have a look at the map here. You can see the Three Gorges Dam, and this runs from a city called Chongqing all the way to Yingchang. That's how long it is, 660 kilometers and an average depth of about 150 meters. It can go up to 170, that's the warning level. The Three Gorges Dam itself is 180 meters high and about 200, I've forgotten the width of it now. But what you have is just this one dam with this massive amount of water behind it. So the potential for disaster is absolutely huge. What I showed you at the beginning, I do have a link in the description for you, is way back 4 years ago, there was all these worries about the Three Gorges Dam collapsing, etc., etc. And this guy actually made a simulation, or some Chinese water or hydro analysts or people related to that, if you get my meaning there, made this, and it got leaked into the Western media. It got leaked onto YouTube, and I've shown it quite a few times. It would be a big domino effect. Now, not only can I say the problem could be that, yeah, lots of people their lives would be at risk. That's 400 million. That's more than the population of the United States of America. It's huge. It's close to 1/3 of the population of China. And it would go from Yingchang, or the Three Gorges, again, let's have a look at the map, to Wuhan in approximately 10 hours. So it is one of the prime targets, you could say, for the Republic of China. That would be the country of Taiwan, just to carpet bomb it or whatever, some high-powered missiles there. Because then the PLA, which most of them are based in the Yangtze Basin below the Three Gorges Dam, would literally be wiped out. Now, there is a warning level. It's not going to happen like a nuclear bomb, but there is going to be a warning level of 10 hours. You could say anything below Wuhan related to that. But if we go again back to the map, all the way up to Shanghai on the east coast, that will be potential danger. People will have time to evacuate, but 400 million evacuation, imagine everyone in the United States evacuating at the same time and not too sure where to go. It will be chaos. I don't know if there's an emergency plan. Knowing China, I guess not with that. What would the CCP do? Well, basically, possibly they may go into hiding, and then they go, oh, it's a disaster, and then things will just move on from there, and it would be the biggest human tragedy in life. So that's why we were worried about it when there was water in 2020. The Yangtze River actually sort of getting very close to going over the Three Gorges Dam. I think one time it was like 2 or 3 meters away from that. And then the weight of water, 660 kilometers of water at 150 meters depth, whatever cubic meters that is, it's huge. Yeah, there. And this one small brick wall that stops that. So it shouldn't have really been built. And I'm doing this video basically because some people have asked me related to it, what's happening now with it? Well, nothing much. There is I think it's a Japanese guy who will give you updates related to it. And I sort of there's nothing extraordinary happening with the actual dam. So I don't want to sort of constantly repeat myself when, well, it's still there. And I think that's about it for today. I hope it helps, and I hope you realize that this dam, if it does collapse because the amount of water, if it does because the tensions between the country of Taiwan and the country of China, or mainland China, so the PRC and the ROC do go head to head, it is a prime target. But it's the human sacrifice of 400 million people, close to that, yeah, it is shocking. Will it happen? Who knows? Let's just leave it there for today. Do leave your comments in the section below. I'm just doing this because of requests. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now.